Alright guys, so today I'm gonna um, talk to you about Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm gonna kind of start from the beginning with you guys for those that don't have never played it or have never tried it. It's actually a MMO, so it's not like a regular Final Fantasy normal branch. So we'll start together and we'll go from there, and just let me know. All right, so in the beginning, when you first get your account, you're going to create a character, and you have to choose a certain server and create your name. So this is how you usually start out with. Um, you get the character there. You just create the Hyrule, human-like characters. The Elizans are like elves. Lalafels are little small characters. Kind of look like a Chobo. Rogadin are like the dragons. The Auras are. Oh no, the Rogans are they're like the orcs. Auras are the dragons. The Rothgars are like the lions, and the Veers are the bunnies. The difference between the last two is that the Rothgars are only male, and the bunnies are only female. So you have that to think about whenever you're trying to get with that. So you just go ahead and you pick the characters you want, and see, sorry, my loading's a little slow. Let's see right here. So, if you want to take your time with it, because this is the character you're going to be playing for pretty much the whole season. I mean, there's 4 different expansions. So there's the original, the Realm Reborn, and then it goes to trying to remember the name. It goes to the Dragon World. Forget the name of that. Heaven's Ward. And then from Heaven's Ward is Stormblood, and from Stormblood it's to Shadowbringers. So when you first you meet the characters. This is where you kind of start up. Meet these guys here. This is the you'll see where to go. They show you what the different icons are for whether you're if your character is main story icons are with the flame on it, and then the other important ones are the jobs are little icons with blue and a big plus sign to the left of the character. Just bear with me, I'm trying to get it on here. I'll kind of show you that in a second. I don't know if you can hear that or not. There you go. Kind of hear it there. Alright, so your character's going to meet, and that's the character I created, human, just so it could be more personable. See, it's a quest complete. See the little icon up there? That's just a regular icon. That means that you need to collect or connect to it and select it to get experience. See, there you go. Right? Main scenario quest. That's where it shows you that's the main or the story quest. That's what it'll look like right there. So you click that. Anytime you see it, just focus on that. If you just want to go through the story and try to avoid everything else, make sure to stick to that at all as quickly as you can. if you want to do more icons, you can, but there's a lot of content on this game. It'll take, if you let yourself, it'll take years for you to get through all this. So you want to just, and there's the other one, the main scenario quest. This is for your jobs. Like I decided to be, I think, the spear character, and the spear character is the character that you would choose right there. There's when you first start, you only get a few jobs. You get the spear, you'll get the axe character. I think it was Marauder. I forget what the spear character is right now. The lancer. You get now. I do got the axe. Okay, so the axe. That's a there's actually different characters within. So like the axe, or the marauder, or the gladiator are tanks. They're the main. Actually, they're probably the most popular. Then there's the healers. They're different. And then you got the, I guess, like backup characters, which are like the spear, the lancer, I guess is what you would call them on this game. There's the trying to remember here. What other ones are there? Or the bow. That's from far away, but there's a bow character. And then you upgrade your characters. Like a marauder will become a gladiator, I think, or something like that, after level 30. So once you hit level 30, you can upgrade your character. Like I think you call it gladiators, called a marauder. I don't remember. This is my first time getting back on since my stroke, so just forgive me. I have some mental issues. Just bear with me with the. It is lag a bit here. It'll fix itself in a little bit. I had to change the HD so that it would be better. So right now what I'm doing with my character is I'm trying to get everything set up. Later on in this in this video here, I will be kind of dabbling into how to set up your buttons, because this is more of a live action compared to the original Final Fantasies, where much of them are an RPG with weight and button, you kind of hit buttons, but this is for action. So an attack will actually attack right then and there, instead of you selecting what to do, and then they'll do it within a certain time. And so right now I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so here you just kind of look. What I'm looking is for things that'll make my character grow by story and by job. That's basically what I'm doing. And so and I created my character as I want a pancake. It's funny. So right here, they made me do this. I had to do it, or I wouldn't have been able to get out. So this is where you start your first job, I guess. You're just picking up these peculiar herbs. This is kind of showing you how you would play in the game, or in the new game. You just kind of go and pick stuff. And once you're done picking all these things, then the next is the end of the mission, which will make the icon turn green. So it'll move from that beige color to green. See on the top right there? Yep. The characters, once it turns green, that means you're pretty much close to finishing the job, and then you get points, and you get experience points. And you get things sometimes like potions, or you can get weapons or gear for your character. And the story right there, if you look up right in the center top of the screen, that's the story quest. So you want to go ahead and try to get that as much as you can. Once you get that character, that's where I change it so I can see better. Alright, so now this should run a lot better. Right, so right here I just kind of skip through all these little scenarios and little videos just so that I can kind of bring as much stuff together as possible. Right now I'm kind of looking in the map, seeing where I need to go. And if you look in the little mini map in the top right, you'll see a little yellow arrow. That's where I'm trying to head to on the mini map. And I'm just trying to kind of figure out what direction I'm going to head out to. Now, this is very early. I mean, I'm not even that far into this already. So right now my idea is to go ahead and get all the story missions done as quickly as possible. You'll get the most out of your experience, but you also get further into the story. And it's just important for you to focus on the story as much as possible, and the job. You're a marauder, so you got to remember to go to where your marauder characters are. Alright, so you see I'll use the main big map just to kind of click where I need to go. I'm gonna put a flag on there as soon as I figure it out. There we go. So as you can see, now if you look on the mini map, it's no way here because it's on the lower part of the town. So I got to find a way to get down there. I also try to get these Ethernets shards because they're important throughout the world, and the more you got of these, or if you can get them all, the better it is for you to travel faster and easier. And speeding it up, there's a button there you can run to run fast for about 15 seconds. I use that a lot so I can travel. In the beginning you're going to be walking and running a lot until you get your chocobos and you get all the shards to travel from place to place easier and faster. You're going to be running pretty much everywhere. This is probably the longest part of the game in the very beginning, just running everywhere. Right now I'm trying to go back to where I first began because that's where that's where I need to go, downstairs. So I'm trying to look for that and running down that direction. Eventually I'll find it. It's right there to the right, I think, or I think I can take the guy on the left too and still get down. And I don't know why I'm going backwards. Alright, so yep, I found out that's the gate outside. I don't want to go there just yet. I want to get a mission where I can actually get down there and do the mission that my character's looking for. There I found a character that's going to bring me downstairs. So I'm going to go downstairs. Drowning winch. Now, depending on what characters you get, it depends on what world you end up at. Like the tank, the marauder gets Limsa Lominsa. If you get a gladiator, you get the Ulda. I forgot what characters you go to the other land, but if you get them, you go into I think Spear is in a different part. So once I find out where I'm at, I'll head out. And if you could see there's a little character mission there on the little mini map, and that's where I'm going to run to. I'm looking for the character right now. This will definitely help you realize exactly, how your character or your buttons work on your controller, or if you're a PC, with the mouse and the keyboard, which I don't think that's as easily usable as the controller. The controller for me is the most comfortable, but there's players there that prefer the mouse and keyboard. I've just never been good for that. And here I've kind of forgot to get the Ethernet shard at first because I was just trying to get to the mission. And here's the Marauder location, and my character is somewhere right here. There we go. See how there's a story quest, so you want to definitely get that character there. And see, now you got a job mission character. So now I got both of the most important missions that you can get in the game. So here, I'm just going to kind of fast through all this just so that I can get through the story quick. If y'all want to take your time with the story, you can. I mean, the story's pretty good for Shadowbringers. So if you get that, it would be awesome. There's just a lot of content, and I'm trying to put as much information into the small time just to get everything done as quickly as possible. So I realized that now I can go out of the world and kill some monsters and get through, and that'll give me a lot more experience points than just doing the little missions. So small missions are just filler, but the story and the job are like the most high experience you can get, and you upgrade gear and stuff while you do them. Eventually, though, you'll have to play the game through dungeons and get the best gear for your for the story and for your job. So, see, that quest won't be available until I reach that level. So now I gotta get out of here and go to the open world and kill some monsters. So I try to get used to using the map a lot because it really will help you. You'll eventually memorize the whole map eventually. That's one thing I'm trying to practice right now because I lost that with my stroke. So when you try to get good with the maps, then it usually makes it more comfortable. Right now I'm just trying to find out which is the easiest way to get out. And that was before I realized that you can just leave right out of there and walk straight out into the world. And depending on your speed of your internet, you'll either go through these sections fast, or like me, it'll take a bit. So once I get this character here, I'm gonna run out, and there's the open world, so I'll run that out. Alright, so I'm mapping the room. And again, got a lot of these little question bubbles, just kind of showing you how to do things in the map. Make sure to pay attention to them because they're really helpful. And here's the first set of monsters to defeat with my single attack. And usually what I'll do is just I'll go around and just kill these monsters. They're really easy at first. Again, it just kind of shows you how to use your buttons, and eventually there's a way to set up the buttons so you can use like all the sections. You can go back and forth. But for now, we're just going to do the basic button setup. And so I killed all these. If you look around, there's all these little monsters with these little icons on it. Those are your monsters. So you got a monster. What do you call them? A monster kill list, I guess is what you call it. I don't know the name now. But basically there's 10 monsters you gotta look for throughout the world, and you need to kill them, and they give you a lot of, most of the experience as well. So if you see them around, just go around and kill a few of them. And when you don't see any more, just go back and finish the mission or the job that you have with you. Cool thing about a Marauder is that it's right now, the way that it's set up recently, Marauder is probably the most powerful job for the tank in the whole game right now, and you can practically fight in a job by yourself with the Marauder. Even bosses that you have to play with 4 or 8, 16 or 24 characters. Good thing about this game is you get to play with other characters online. And that's one of the reasons I like this game so much, is because you're live. It's like playing a Final Fantasy but with other people, actual people, instead of by yourself. So I thought it was a really cool idea to create Final Fantasy 14. There is a predecessor. Stop there and just wait for the next part of the game. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.